What's good? This is Joseph Three Banks for a small edition of Run the Comics coming back 2019. I actually have wanted to do more with this, but since it is this is my daughter trying to come through here. But since I wasn't able to publish those things, I said I'll publish this since we had Free Comic Book Day yesterday. So this is just a little short clip of some of the things I got for Free Comic Book Day. So let's check them out. Okay, so this is my haul from Free Comic Book Day. So I'm gonna go through and show you what I got first for the free comic books, and then with the discounts. So first, let's go over here. We got Interceptor from Vault Comics, which is a new take on the vampire story. We have a new artist-owned company called Humanoids. So H1, the Ignition, which is a new lineup of new characters. So that should be interesting. I read the first story. It's very interesting indeed. It kind of involves all these different storylines. There's about 3 or 4. I have Sonic the Hedgehog, Tangle, and Whisper. Yes, the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog was whack. But the illustration style of the new comics of Sonic has always been really dope. So this is number 0 for IDW. We have Zagor, the Alien Saga, which I don't know what comic book company it's for. I think it's EC. I don't know what that stands for, but we're gonna check this out. Which seems like they have a lot of stories with this person, Zagor. They have Image Comics, a reprinting of number 1 of Spawn. Matina cover, which is dope. Should have got more because they had a bunch of these. Should have got more of these, but there you go. We have a couple of manga inspired comics. We have the Hat Atelier, plus there's like a couple other comics in here. One called Card Captors Sakura and Magus of the Library. So all 3 of these stories are in this book. So that should be very interesting. We have, based off of the Netflix hit Stranger Things. So we have that comic. And here's the other manga inspired book from Horikoshi, My Hero Academia. Love the anime. Just gonna check out this, see what kind of storyline it picks up from. And I think it also has another story about The Promised Neverland, which I think they have an anime from also, which I think I've been hearing some good things about that. We have Deadly Class, which I think they have something on Netflix or some a show coming off of this one, I believe, but that should be very interesting. I've heard of the Goon. The Goon has been a character that's been around for a little bit, but it's another character called Grumble, the little dog person. So it's Grumble versus the Goon. So I thought I'll pick that up. And then we have Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man from Ahoy Comics. So it's like 2 different timelines or 2 different dimensions. They got mixed up. The heroes are not in their regular dimension. So they're in the opposites. So you can flip it over. So that's gonna be very interesting comic. And then I got an Image Plus from 1993 that at one shop. We're giving these away, plus some of the other Marvel previews, DC previews. But I picked up this one, so it's very interesting. This is from '93. And actually talks about the artist who started Image and some of their inspirations. So I thought this was very cool to have for historical prosperity. So cool. Now I found some of these other joints that I got. As a big Green Lantern fan, I'm trying to get all the number 1s of all of the characters or all of the different Lantern Corps. This is for the Orange Corps. This is Larfleeze number 1. I have both of the trades for the entire run for Larfleeze. This is the actual book of number 1. This, I almost have all 7 of these. I think I have 4 of the Final Crisis. I think these are cover A's. So this is one with Wonder Woman. So this is really dope. I got this one. I think I'm missing Superman and I have the Flash. I have the director's cut for Green Lantern. I have Batman and I have Wonder Woman. I think I'm missing Superman, and someone else. So I think I'm missing two or three. So that was really dope to find. Found that there. Really difficult to find those. You know, in this row, let's see, we have God Country number 6. This is the B cover. Thought it was really dope. This is an excellent story. So I got that from Image Comics. I also have from Image Top Cow, Vindication. It's a dope cover that kind of caught my attention, and I looked it up to see what the story was about. It's about a person who is a prisoner who I think was getting out, and about a cop who had racist intentions, and someone out there, their meeting of each other. And it's not really a superhero story, I don't think, but it should be an interesting story about some of the issues that we're going through now in our culture. I have Exo Manowar number 4 and 5. I was collecting these when they first came out. I thought it was just a dope how they did the cover, how they have the title sequence, and how they mix that with the image of the cover. And I only had the first 3. I think they're in the 20s yet. I think they're in the 20s by now. But this is 4 and 5, so I have a long way to go. But this shop was selling them very cheap, so cool. Astro City number 40. Another Alex Ross cover. Did all the covers for Astro City, and I think they are done. I think number 52 is their last of the actual series. So I wanted to just fill in my run with Astro City because I have a number. I have about 5 or 6 of those. So this is number 40. Here's a Scotty Young variant of Fantastic Four number 2. Invisible Woman on the front. That was just so dope. Had to get it because I have 1 and I have 4. So get number 2. So that was really dope to get this one. Another variant by Art Germ, the Black Panther number 1. I already have this one, so I got another one. Got this one at a discount price, so it was great to have this one. I may end up selling this one, or I may end up selling this or giving it away. We'll see what happens. And this, actually found I had 2 blanks. I got one, and my daughter has the other one. She has the Batman blank, and I have the Superman blank number 1, which is a completely blank comic. So I'm gonna get some illustrators to sign and illustrate on each of the pages. I like that'll be a dope way to kind of keep autographs and also little sketches for artists who want to, you know, instead of having them just drawn in your book, have them drawn in the comic book. It'd be really dope. So, and the next 2 is from a writer, Robert Jeffrey. I was able to meet him. I met him before at OnyxCon, and he was here at Galaxy Quest up in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and I was able to get him to sign actually my new showcase 2018, which he wrote on the Green Lantern Corps storyline, and he also wrote here, actually, Jeffrey II. This Mind to Avenge was a new comic for Evolutionized Publishing. Evolution. I can't even pronounce it, but it's a new comic which I've been hearing good things about, and he actually wrote on this one. So I got both of these, and actually had them sign both of them. He signed the inside cover of both of those. So that was very dope. Get my Wildcats X-Men collaboration between Marvel and Image. I have another Wildcats X-Men. I think this is the Golden Age. I think I have the Silver Age or the Modern Age. This is the Jim Lee cover. Really dope. Trying to plug up my Steel run. I got Steel number 30. It's the only one I was able to find, but I have a lot of Steel. I have almost the whole run of this. So this is really just filling up my run of Steel, who was, as you know, he took over the mantle of Superman after Superman died, or apparently died, during that whole run of the death of Superman. So that's that. This is the new series out of Image called Self-Made, about a character who is actually NPC for a video game, who is realizing that something is different about life after some characters kind of left some clues. This is number 2. I want to check out this series. This is a very interesting series. So this is a very dope cover. Self-Made number 2. I think they're on number 4 or 5. And this is my hot pick. And I actually talked about this online, but I got all 3. Naomi 1, 2, and 3. This is the final printing for all of these. It's the 3rd cover, and these are the 2nd covers for these particular books. I have number 4. I got number 4, and I got all of these at regular cover price. If you go online, you cannot find these books for less than $15. This one, I think you can't find it less than $25. And the first printing of this book, the second printing is even, I think actually this 3rd printing costs more than the 2nd printing, but the first printing of this book is ridiculous. I think you can't get anything less than $100 for the first printing of Naomi number 1, which is crazy. But I got all these for regular cover price, and he had more. I should have gotten another copy, but I didn't want to be greedy. I want to get this for myself because I want to read the story to see exactly who this person is. What's the big mystery that's in the DC universe that they say this person has some connection with Superman. So I want to actually see who Naomi is and see if this is worth what they're asking for. So when I finish reading these, I'm going to then give a review on Naomi to see, is this big hype they have about this character justified? Are the prices of the books justified? Is it justified to get Naomi? Because actually one of my LCSs had Naomi number 1 first printing for $25 about a week ago. I went through there not too long ago, and it was at $100. And for issue number 3, it was issue number 1. It wasn't even the first cover. It was the second cover. They had 2 covers. The second cover was $50. No, they had the first cover was $100, and the second cover for number 1 was $50. And I was like, no. So, but that's how it is in comics. You know, prices go up for different various reasons. And this would be very funny if nothing happens with this character and all the people who was paying $100 for this book is out of money. Because I'm like, okay, she better do something super awesome in the comics. Because there's a lot of other dope stories, a lot of other comics which are like with other dope artists. I mean, this actually was done by Jamal Campbell, dope artist, love his work. So he is a dope artist on this series, but the price I think is just a little inflated. So, but that is my free comic book day picks for 2019. It was actually a great time. I had my daughter there and my son who was able to go with me, and I got them free comics. Even got some other comics from other kids at the house. So it was a great day. First weekend of May. Definitely go if you hadn't go this year. You're gonna have it every year. Check out all your local comic book shops. We went to about 3 of them. Didn't want to go to any more because I was tired, but that's how it is sometimes. But they usually have great events at a lot of comic book shops. 2 of the shops that I went to had some cool events. One was Odin Comics in Lilburn, Georgia. That's the first place I went to. I was able to pick up the Final Crisis. Then I went to Galaxy Quest, where I got the Naomi, which is in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And then the last place I went to was a place called Joe's Garage, which I think that it's in Atlanta. I forgot the city. Would that be considered? I don't think it was Tucker, but it may be Lawrenceville also, or Lilburn. I can't remember, but I may put some information here in the video. But it was a great time. My family enjoyed it, and can't wait to do it again. And hopefully I can find some more great picks, some more great books, because these are reading copies, and some I may sell. I got to go through my comic collection, kind of weed some things out so I can get some others in. But it was just a great time. So this is Joseph 3 Banks for another Run the Comics. Hope you enjoyed the books. go out there, check them out. Not only the new ones, but all those back issues. There's tons of back issues, tons of great stories to check out. And it's just a fun time. I love comics. I am a comic collector. I don't just collect them to resell them. I collect them to read and to enjoy with my family. And, you know, hopefully you can find some gems, okay? Like I said, it's Joseph 3 Banks, and I'm out. Grace and peace.